Our firm, Martin George and Company, has today written to the Children's Authority making the demand for the return of the two minor children of our client, Miss Zakila Roberts Redhead. These two children are very young children, one being only 20 months old and the other one is just 5 months old, a breastfeeding infant who was recently born earlier this year. These two children, as you recall, were seized from our client in August. We wrote to the Children's Authority indicating that they had no basis for so doing and there was no justification for it. They placed them in the care of our client's mother and grandmother. Our client was denied the opportunity to see her children, to interact with them. There, she found out that the children were not being properly cared for, were not being treated properly. She took the children to the hospital because they needed medical attention, and they were again seized by the Children's Authority from her, and since then she has not seen her children. So our client has indicated that since the 20th of September to date, which is today, the 13th of October, so that's 23 days now, she has not seen her children. She does not know where they are. She's not interacted with them. She has not been able to breastfeed the younger child, that's the 5-month-old. She's not been able to play with her children, hold her children, hug her children. She's not been able to give that motherly love to her children because she does not know where they are. The Children's Authority has acted, in our respectful view, in a rogue and unprecedented manner, whereby they have trampled upon the rights of this client and they have actually abused their power. We are making, in our letter, an official complaint against the Children's Authority because we think that this is an abuse of their power. A single mother who has explained that she's the victim of domestic violence, victim of abuse from her spouse. She actually had to get a domestic violence order against him. She therefore had to be fleeing several times, moving to escape the abuse, moving with her two young children. And the Children's Authority is going to turn that situation around and claim that she's not properly caring for her children because she's moving too much. She's moving from place to place. She had no choice. She's fleeing from the abuse. She actually had to obtain an order of the court against her husband for the abuse that she suffered. So in those circumstances, how could the Children's Authority exercise its power in such a draconian and malicious and vengeful manner against a woman who is actually the one who is in need of help and who is actually the victim here? It is outrageous. It's an egregious abuse of power by the Children's Authority, and they should be ashamed of themselves because they are not serving the best interests of the children. We are calling for an investigation into the Children's Authority and their abuses of power in this matter, and we have given them a deadline of Friday at 4 p.m. If they do not return those children, then we shall be approaching the High Court for an action by way of habeas corpus against the Children's Authority, and we are calling upon the minister responsible, the Minister for Social Development, to launch an investigation into the activities of the Children's Authority because it appears to be a flawed and failed institution in this country, one which is not exercising its power in the best interest of the children of our client in this circumstance. And it is certainly an abuse of their power the way they have acted and behaved in this regard.